Hi YouTube, this is Joe Calton with Calton Cutlery. You can find me on the web, caltoncutlery.com. So the other day I trapped a rabbit, and this is kind of continuation of that video. It was a real windy day, so I showed off the rabbit traps here in the shop. But this morning the wind isn't going all that much. There's a couple of dogs barking out in the neighborhood, which we'll have to deal with, but it's nice and quiet outside. So I caught another rabbit last night, so that reminded me I needed to do the rabbit trap placement video, which is how you set up the traps and where you put them is just as important as building the traps. So I'll shoot the video, I'll take you outside, we'll see where I've got the traps at right now, and then later on this morning when I go drop the bunny off and turn him loose, I'll shoot a video of that. You'll get to see him up close, and who doesn't like cute furry rabbits, right? When they're not in your wife's garden or tearing up your yard. Anyway, let's go check out these traps, where they're at, and why I put them there. Alright, so so we've got my yard here. You can see the rabbit traps are over there. The reason they're over there is because they like to sit out in this nice, kind of in the yard, kind of a nice open area. And then if they get spooked or anything, a lot of times they'll run up and get into my wife's little decorative type garden, I guess is what you would call it. So anytime you have a piece of cover like this, you've got an open area, and then you have a place where there's cover. Now with a rabbit, cover can mean hardly anything. I mean they're so small and they're so good at getting into things that a crack in the fence that they can just barely squeeze through. I've actually seen a half-grown rabbit on the run go through the holes in a chain link fence, so they can squeeze down mighty tight. So now with these traps, you've got the trigger stick right there, so when the trap is not, or when it's set, that trigger stick is laying down flush with the box of the trap, or the top of the trap, like so. So when you have to leave room for that stick to travel in an arc to close the door. So like right here, I've got it set back just a little bit because this branch right here on this raspberry bush will actually stop that trigger stick from closing all the way. So anyway, so if you place them, and remember these box traps are open backs. There's chicken wire right there, so it appears to the rabbit like it's a tube, like it's a safe spot to run to. So if I wasn't placing them here, just on the sides of this little garden here, like a spot like right there in between the potted plant and the tree, that's a spot that they're going to run to anyway, if they get spooked. So that would be a good spot. But honestly, I just put these right on the edges, and they seem to be working pretty good. I mean, I think I've caught, I don't know, probably 5 rabbits in the last 3 weeks or so, which isn't bad for this neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if we'll be able to see the bunny that's in there. Now see that wire right there? That wire's holding the door closed, so we can lift him up. Kind of look inside here. Yep, there's Mr. Bunny. And see, he's perfectly fine. He's not harmed. And he's fairly calm, That's the great thing about these traps, is that they trap the rabbits without causing them a whole lot of stress, because they're well, I don't know, I'm not a rabbit, but I would guess that, and from the way I've seen the bunnies acting, you know, over the years trapping with these, is that they go into that nice quiet box, the door closes, and as far as they're concerned, heck, they might as well just be in a hole in the rocks, or you know, they're in a safe place because they're surrounded, kind of like a bird, you know, like a hawk or something. If it's acting up, you've seen it on other videos and stuff. If it's acting up or it's stressed out, the guy will put like a hood over its head, you know, to where, and then all of a sudden the bird just settles right down because it can't see anything. I think the same thing happens with the bunnies. Anyway, I'm going to shut you off right now, and then I've got a little bit of work to do, and then here in a little bit I'll go ahead and take the bunny down to the spot that I've been turning them loose at, and then let you see that, you know, they come out, they're unharmed, and you know, it's a good way to relocate them from an area where they're being a problem to an area where hopefully they can thrive and, you know, continue making more bunnies. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.